Hi, today I'm gonna be making this truck right here, and this gonna be made out of a cracker box like this one, and it has 4 juices bottle cap. It has gems as lights and as the side mirror right here. I also made it in this color, and it also has a front drawer with a little stopper that's gonna hold the drawer from coming out. So what we're gonna use is one of these. Well, I am using this. If you decide to make it, you could do it with any rectangle box that you have. You could do it small, big, whichever side, but I'm using this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start like with a piece of paper, a piece of cardboard, anything that you have, and I'm just gonna trace the size of the box. I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna make sure that it's aligned with the edge of the box and the edge of the paper. So I'm gonna trace. I'm gonna trace it. Once I do that, you see, this might be a little bit of crooked here, not straight. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it straight. And the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the shape of the, so I'm gonna mark here like 2.5, and over here 2.5. And I'm gonna make a straight line. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace like the outline of a truck that I went and I Googled. I did a Google search for drawing a truck, and I got the basic one because all that I needed was the outline. So what I did was, let me see how long I cut this over here. It's like 3 inches. So this will be like 3 inches. Let me mark it here. So what I did, I just went and I'm gonna use this line. I'm gonna do a slanted line with a little bit of a curve right there. And now over here, like around 2 inches, I'm gonna mark it here. From right here to here will be like 2 inches. So I'm gonna make a straight line. Let me use the ruler. Straight line. Now this is all what you're gonna do. Now you're gonna cut this out and cut this out. Okay, as you see, I cut it, and I also changed. For the front over here, instead of 3, it's gonna measure 2.5. And in the back, it's gonna measure 4 7/8. And on the top, it's gonna measure 1.5. Instead of the other measurement that I gave you before. So this is how it's gonna be. So this is the piece that we're gonna use. See, you have this short flap and you have the long one. You're gonna put it laying down with the flap that's short facing up. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put it on top right here, on top of the box. Align them with here and here in the back and here. And then you're gonna take whatever you have, a marker, pencil, and you're gonna trace it. That's the only tracing you're gonna do. Now you're gonna come and you're gonna turn it this way, and the paper you're gonna turn it. See, it was like that. Now you're gonna turn it this way, and you're gonna do the same tracing, which I already did. Now the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this flap right here. Make sure it's straight. So this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna trace on the line. We're gonna cut this flap also. And what I also did, I got a ruler, and from the point here that I finished to the other point, I just made a straight line. This is for later, not for now. So this is over here is done. This part is done. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this part over here because we don't need, I don't need it right now. I don't need them, and I don't need this part. Now this is how it's gonna look, and now you're gonna do the same thing to this side. Okay, this is how it looks now with both sides cut. Now the line that we see here, that I have here, we're gonna give it a little bit of a fold, and we're gonna do the same over here. We're gonna just press a little bit so it could look like this. It's gonna look like that, taking already the form. Now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get masking tape, and we're gonna start putting this, the leftover from the top that we folded, we're gonna fold it in, and we're gonna start putting it, the masking tape, so it could hold this piece to this piece that belongs to the top. That's what we're gonna do there. Then we're gonna go to the other side, and we're gonna do the same thing. This is what we're gonna do here right now. All right, now we're gonna take the front. This is gonna be the front, this is the back, this is the front. The front is shorter with the curve. Now we're gonna follow, see, it's easy, it's gonna follow the curve. So we're gonna put it, we're gonna put the masking tape to hold it. It's gonna be, see, right there like that. It's just gonna be like on top of the other one. of this side, and then we're gonna do this. And now here we're gonna bring this up a little bit, and we're gonna give it a little bit of a push up. You see, now it falls straight right there. So what we're gonna do is put masking tape on top, and we're gonna put some over here. Now I'm gonna do the other side. This is how it's gonna look on both sides. Now here you see that it has like a line here, like when it was bent, you see. So we're gonna put a little bit of the masking tape there. So when we glue the paper on top of it, it will be strong. Now here on the back, we're gonna put masking tape this side and on this side. Now this is how it looks. Now I am gonna take a piece of this is a piece of cardstock, and I'm gonna take it because I'm gonna put it on top of here. This is gonna be the color of the truck, but you could also paint this with acrylic paint. But right now I'm gonna use this because it's gonna be quicker than drying. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it on top. Or you could also use this. You're gonna use the pattern that you did before. You're gonna put it on top of the paper. And you're gonna trace it all around. And once you trace it, in each corner, you're gonna make a little line like this. Or you're gonna give a space here. This is gonna be like a of 1/4 of an inch. You're gonna you're gonna leave that extra all around. This is how it should look. And you're gonna cut out two of these. Now you're gonna take this, you're gonna put it on the side. You could either use stick glue, regular glue, or this. I'm gonna use this because it's gonna be faster to dry. So I'm gonna put glue all over this section. I put glue all around on the top and here and on the side. And then what I did, the leftover of the 1/4 of an inch, I folded on the top all around so I could get glue, and inside and in the back. Now the bottom part, the only thing that I'm doing right now is I'm folding it because I'm gonna leave this to the end. Because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the other part and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna glue this the same as this part over here. Okay, I'm cutting. I glue the second part and I'm gluing over here at an angle right there. I'm gonna cut right here straight, and then straight right there, and I'm gonna cut this part, and then at this angle right here I'm gonna cut right there, and I'm gonna cut right here, then right here, and then I'm gonna cut this part over here. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put glue all over here on top, down here, and over here, and over here. And I'm gonna glue everything. I'll be right back. Once I put glue, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be folding, making sure that I take the shape. And it's good to have a wipey, so like that you won't put the glue on the paper. This is what you're gonna do. And then fold this to the inside, and this over here. And put a little bit of glue on this piece right here. And now we're gonna come to this part. We're gonna need a piece that's gonna be the same side of this rectangle in the bottom. We're gonna cut it because we're gonna glue it on the bottom. You could do it with the same paper or the thin. I decided to do it white. And then once we glue this to the bottom, we're gonna glue this two flap to this. This is how it should look. And now what we're gonna do, this is the front, the bottom, this is the top, this is the bottom. Now this part over here, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna leave like 1.5 inches. We're gonna turn it this way, and we're gonna put glue right here on the leftover, the flap. We're gonna put glue here. I don't know why I keep saying we, but I am gonna fold it inside. I put glue and I'm gonna fold it inside. Make sure that it's dry. Now the next step is I'm gonna have another piece of the, and actually I'm gonna have one. This is 8 by 11. I'm gonna fold it in half and I'm gonna cut it in half. Now there's two pieces. It should be like both of them. It should be 4 inches wide and 11 inches long. Now what we're gonna do is gonna take one part. This is the top, and this is what we got left over here. So you see there's a little bit of this that's coming out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna glue this, leaving like 1/4 inch out without it. And I am going to put glue all over this side over here, leaving this part out. I put glue and I make sure that I have like all the way like to the edge on both sides. I put glue from here to over here. Now I'm gonna take the piece of paper and I'm gonna glue it here on top right there. Make sure that it's even on both sides, and I'm gonna be pressing down, taking the curve all the way to the top. Now I'm gonna put glue on the top. I have glue on top. Now I'm gonna press down and bend. But now this flap that is what's left, I'm gonna put glue on it. I have glue. Now I'm gonna take it back down and I'm gonna put it right there, glue it right there to the bottom. Now I gotta be careful because this glue is it dries fast, even though it dries clear. I don't want it all over. This one is making a little bit of mess. I prefer the stick glue, but this one dries fast, so this is the one I want to use right now. So now I'm gonna put glue all the way up to over here. I put glue. Now I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna take the other part, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put glue right here where I left off, where you see all that white, all the way. I'm gonna put glue here and all the way over here. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue this right there. Make sure that you don't see the little white thing right there. We're gonna fold it and we're gonna glue it to the side right there. Now, once this is how it should look, and over here. Now I'm gonna fold it. I already put glue this side, and I'm gonna press down. And I'm gonna leave like a ½ inch. I'm gonna cut this. And I'm gonna fold it and glue it as well. I cut two pieces of paper that will measure like 4 and 7/8 and 2 and 3/8. This is gonna be for this part over here in the inside that we gotta cover. I'm gonna put it in like this and follow the curve because it has a little curve there, and follow that curve and glue it right there. This is how it's gonna look on both sides. Now something I want to show, you see what happened with this glue? I usually don't use it, but I'm using it because it dries fast for this project right now. But I'm gonna stick to my glue stick, because it's not gonna stain. It's gonna stay on the bottom, and it's not gonna come out and smooth. But maybe what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to put a top of piece of brown paper on top. Now the next step, I have these flaps that I left over. I'm gonna put glue here, and I'm gonna glue it to the inside. Now this part over here, what I'm gonna do, you see right here, from right here, this edge right here, this edge, I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna fold it in. But before I do that, this other little flap, I'm gonna fold it out. It's gonna be out. And this part over here, I'm gonna put glue, and I'm gonna glue it in, and this little flap is gonna stay on glue. Now this is how it looks in the inside, the flap that I folded, and this one, how it's look inside. Now on the top, I glue another piece of paper so I could hide the mistake from the other glue. I just put, this time I put the stick glue. And now what I'm gonna do is put it on the side. I'm gonna get the lid, and as you see, it has like little white dots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that means I'm gonna put glue from this one to all the way to this one, to number 5. I'm gonna skip this 3. So I'm gonna put hot glue. I'm gonna do, oh, actually, you know what? This step doesn't come right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this skinny masking tape. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a little bit of definition to the truck, so it could start looking more like a truck. So I'm gonna take this. This is masking tape, and this is like almost like washi tape, so it doesn't glue that strong. So the best thing is to take the stick glue and put the glue on top, but I'm not gonna do it right now. So what I'm gonna do is on top, I'm gonna try to put it like on the middle, so it could be on the middle, like this will be like on the middle right here, and I'm gonna put it on top. This is at the same time, it also hide whatever raw edges you have. It also will hide them. So this is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna fold it like that. Look, I want this to show a little bit more here, that in the inside. So I'm gonna do it this way for now and then fold it. Gonna cut it right there, and I'm gonna bend it inside like that. Now I'm gonna do it here as well, and I'm gonna fold it to the other side. All the way here. Then I'm gonna give it a little turn. And I'm gonna fold it. So this is how it's starting to look now. I'm gonna put this over here, this one on top, take it all the way down here. Now from this little, from the curve, from the top of that little curve right there, I'm gonna put this straight. Let me put it a little bit more over here. Right there. Straight down. And then over here. Here as well. And now I'm going to do this. This same thing that I did here, you're going to do it over here. But right now I'm going to skip and I'm going to go to the wheel. So like before, we're going to count 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to put hot glue. To there. Now we're going to leave like an inch right here and we're going to glue it right there. Right there. And you see you're going to leave the 3, so the one of them is going to be landing right here at the edge and the other one here. And we're always going to put extra glue inside and on the side right there, so it could stay put. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find 5. This is 3 and this is 5, so I'm going to put from this little dot here all the way to this one. And now this and this one gonna fall on the edge, so we're gonna do again. We're gonna do this and we're gonna put him right there, right there. Now we're gonna try to make like the wheel guard right here, and we're gonna start putting this, the masking tape, and we're gonna start folding a little bit, folding a little bit, folding so I could take that curve, folding, folding like that. this is how it's gonna look. You're gonna press it. This is how it's gonna look. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do the same thing here. You're gonna do the same thing here with the masking and with the wheel. Okay, one thing is that I forgot that I also put tape here on top, tape here, and tape here. You see in the little curve right here. So I started from there to the other side of the curve right there. And I also went ahead and did this side. I put the view mirror right here. I put like the little thing like to pretend to open the door, and I put some of this there, and I put to like, and I also put some of the tape over here and over here. Now let me show you. I have this little things right here. I'm gonna cut two. I'm gonna put a few drops here of hot glue. I'm gonna place it right in the middle. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Place it in the middle. And now this over here, I'm gonna cut three. And I'm gonna place it right here. Now for the window, for the view mirror, I'm cut a tiny piece, a strip of paper. I'm gonna put in the middle, little bit of glue there. I'm gonna place this in the middle. Now what I did, I took a piece of paper, I put glue all around him, and I'm gonna put this right here like that. I'm gonna press. Now I'm gonna cut him all around. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend this, and I'm gonna place it right here. Right here, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here, and I'm gonna place it right there. That's how it should look on both sides. Well, I'm also gonna put a line of tape here on this side that I forgot also as well. I also put some like here. I have this, the little rectangle in an oval shape. I'm gonna place glue here and glue here. I'm gonna put the little rectangle here and the oval shape there. This is how it's gonna look. This is how it's gonna look, and this is the opening for the drawer that I'm gonna put in, that I'm gonna do now. Now to make the drawer, you're gonna need one square piece that measures 4 inches and 4 1/4. You're gonna need for the front, you're gonna need one piece that measures 2.5 by 4 1/4, and you're gonna need only one side. This is will be for the back of the drawer. It's gonna measure 2 1/8 with 4 1/4. No, this will be 4 inches. This is not. It's gonna be 4 inches. 4 inches, 2 by 1/8 and 4 inches. This is the back, and then you're gonna need 2 of these. This will be the side that's gonna measure 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this will be the back, and this gonna be the side. And this is the side. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tape it together like this. Put tape. This is again the masking tape. And this is how it's gonna be. Now this is gonna be the backing. I'm gonna put it right there. And this is how it's gonna look. Now what I did, I traced all of the pieces on the paper that I'm gonna put inside. I'm gonna cut it out. Now I cut the pieces, and I also put glue. This time I chose to do the regular school glue. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put each piece and this is the back piece. These are the sides. I'm gonna make sure that it's glued together. Now we're gonna bring it up, and we're gonna take masking tape again, and we're gonna put them together. This is how it's gonna look for now. Okay, coming back here, when you cut the inside paper, make sure you leave like a half an inch extra so you could fold it over here. I forgot, so I didn't want to see these raw edges, so I cut a strip of it, but it wasn't long enough. But I'm going to show you. You just put glue and then you're going to put it on top and fold it so you could hide this part. So I forgot to cut the extra half of inch, so I had to cut that strip so I could put it all around. Now I took the brown and cut out a strip, and I have 3 here, and they all are 2 and 1/4 and 5.5 long, all of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put glue here. And on the edges right here, I mean on the side, and on the side, and I'm gonna come with this, and I'm gonna put it here, and I just gonna leave a little bit. You could show a little bit, and then I just gonna fold it to the side and fold it to the side. Now I'm gonna take this piece, I'm gonna put glue on this side, and I'm gonna put this one here. Leaving a little bit out. As you see, on this one I have extra. I'm gonna go cut it off. And I have a little bit extra. You're gonna put glue and you're gonna fold it. I'm gonna go and do this side. Okay, this will be the front of the drawer. So I went and I cut a piece that's like half an inch extra around it. So I'm gonna go and glue it like this. I'm gonna fold the corners in like that. Once I have the corners in, I'm gonna fold this way. And now that I have it folded like that, I'm gonna go ahead and put glue all over and fold it again. Have the glue. Now I'm gonna fold it back the same way I did before. I'm gonna do this and this over here and this. Now I'm going to put glue on top and over here in the inside. And now the piece that goes inside, I'm going to put it on top. Lay it on top. And this is how it's going to be. I could see a little bit of the white because that means I cut outside the line. So you're always going to see extra. So this will be the front, and this gonna be on top of here. But first, and before you always put it all together and glue it all together, always make sure that it fits right, because sometimes it might be too tight or too big, so you're gonna make adjustment. And another thing, how I came out with the box size is from here, see, from here to here. I decided to make it and just a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller here and a little bit smaller here. That's how I came with the calculation of the box. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the box in here. Make sure. And then this is gonna be on top over here. I want to make sure that, okay, so this over here I'm gonna have to glue it with hot glue. So I'm gonna put hot glue all around here. Let's be right back. Okay, I went ahead and in front of the drawer I put the tape straight around. I did one piece here first, and then one in the middle, and then I divided this area and this area, and I went and I put the gem. So this is the gem. So it's a round one, so I'm gonna put the other one here. And then the oval shape, I'm gonna put it here. This will be the front lights. And now let's see. Oh, and I also put hot glue all around the edges and the corner, so it could be a little bit more steady for now, because until the glue doesn't get dry, it's not gonna harden. So for now, that's what I did. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in, and you're gonna see the little flap right there. Let me see. Okay, let me do it this way. You see the white thing? That's a flap, and that thing is gonna hold it, and the dress not gonna come out. If you want to take it out, you're gonna have to bring it up like this, and that's how you're gonna take it out. But right now we're gonna leave it. Let's see. So it looks perfect. So there it is. This is the end. Oh, another thing that I did for the plaque, I cut two little rectangle, one bigger than the other one. I will put glue the smaller one over here on top, even, and then I'm gonna put hot glue, and I'm gonna put it in the back, and then I don't know, I'm gonna put some numbers there, maybe the day, but this is it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you try it out. This is how it looks. I have it in 3 colors, and they all have the drawers, and they all have that safety thing. So I hope you like it, and if you did, give me a like and share it, please. Thank you so much. Bye bye.